Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Manshu and you're watching Weekly Cricket Dose. Today we are back again with another review of a match that happened yesterday between CSK and Rajasthan Royals. It was a royal affair, Super Kings playing against Royals. It was turning out to be an interesting match over when Rajasthan were batting up until 10th over and then CSK rolled over Rajasthan Royals. We're gonna talk about everything that happened, that interesting thing that happened in the match, and I'll give you a brief synopsis of the match as well. Stick around till the end. We're gonna talk about today's match as well. That's between Mumbai and Delhi, which is gonna be happening in Chennai. So let's begin with the first things first. CSK. What I mean by CSK is not Chennai Super Kings, is Cameo Super Kings. This batting innings by CSK was a cameo by every individual, literally from number 1 batsman till the number 9, number 10th, and number 11th batsman as well. The CSK eventually posted 188 runs, but that wasn't because of any one particular batsman. Every batsman chipped in with few runs, and they played a good cameos all around. Let it be Faf du Plessis, Dwayne Bravo at the end of the inning, Sam Currans. Every individual came in, tried to up the ante, played some good shots. Ambatu Rayudu was also playing very good, but unfortunately they kept losing wickets at crucial junction. But even though they were losing wickets, they didn't lose hope, and eventually they managed to put up a very competitive score. On that kind of track, it is very essential to have at least an 180 above score, and it was supposed to be Dewey in the second inning, so the match was in a very interesting position. Now in comes Rajasthan Royals to chase 188. It was not a perfect start by any means by Rajasthan Royals. They opened up good. Manan Vora, as I said yesterday in the stream, he has been good in parts. He is a very capable batsman, but he always lacks consistency. It was evident in yesterday's match as well. He played couple of good shots, very crisp drives, one pull shot as well, and then got himself out playing the same pull shot, and he was caught. He would have realized that there was a fielder placed by Dhoni and ball that same delivery, but even with all those information, he still went for the shot and got eventually out. Sanju Samson comes in next. He blasted a century in the very first match of the VEVO IPL. Now there has been a conjunction about Sanju Samson that he plays one good inning and afterwards he failed to deliver for next 2-3 matches. This has been a same pattern for previous few seasons, I would say, and that is the main thing that is hurting RR right now. Even their middle order is not experienced. I feel that if you are sending Shivam Dube up the order above David Miller, there is some tactical issues there, because I feel David Miller is a kind of a guy who can play that anchor role and be aggressive as well, which was not in case of Shivam Dube. He should have been batting below David Miller and he should have been given a role of finisher. Anyways, Butler was playing very good on one end. It was a good match. It was shaping towards a very thrilling finish till 10th over. Now what happened was Ravindra Jadeja. I was doing the live stream and Jadeja balled a very awful ball, ranked long hop, and Butler smashed it into the stand, and it was a no ball on top of that. But the interesting thing that happened, because of this COVID situation, we all know that if a ball goes into the stand, they bring out a new ball, and new ball will be dry as compared to the other ball. Because of the dew factor, it will be drier. And if you guys were watching the match, you could have heard MS Dhoni from stump mic saying that the ball is dry, it will spin, and it did spin. Ravindra Jadeja in the next over bowled a beautiful ball to Josh Butler, and he played all around and lose his stump, and that marked the downfall of the Rajasthan Royals inning. They started losing wicket every over, and once it started spinning, the ball was dry and it was spinning, gripping and stopping as well. We all knew that even Moeen Ali would come into the attack. He came into the attack, and at one point his figures were 3 for 3. He gave away 3 runs and took 3 wickets. Eventually, I think he gave away 7 runs in 2 overs, and his economy was 2.5 or something like that in 3 overs actually, and he took 3 wickets. In each over, the batsmen were, since the required run rate was above 11, the batsmen had to go for the shots, and because the ball was dry and it was spinning as well, it was very hard to hit the balls for boundaries, and the scoreboard pressure eventually caught up to Rajasthan Royals, and they end up losing wickets every time they went for big shots. And Jadeja, what do I tell about that? He was like a magnet on the field, and ball was like an iron ball. Everywhere the ball was going, you would see Jadeja in the deep, in the covers. Everywhere the ball went, there was Sir Ravindra Jadeja over there to cover that ball. In the deep mid wicket for left-hander, right-hander. Everywhere he was present, and he eventually took 4 wickets, 4 catches, I mean, and 2 wickets. That is an all-round performance. We expect big things from Jadeja, especially if not in the batting or in bowling, then for sure you know that he's gonna do something heroic in fielding, while fielding, and he did that in yesterday's match as well. In the previous match as well, if you guys remember, he effected a run out, brilliant run out, and took a good catch of Chris Gale. So he's a very dynamic fielder, and the bowlers as well were bowling as per the field, and every time batsmen tried to go for an aerial shot, more often than not they find Ravindra Jadeja at boundary lines taking relatively easier catches. The other thing which I enjoyed a lot was how Chennai Super Kings player were enjoying themselves in the field. They were very relaxed, composed, they were laughing around, and it looked like Chennai Super Kings had full control over the match. And even while I was live streaming yesterday, I said it around 11-12 over now. It will be next to impossible for RR to win the match. I eventually ended the in stream by 16th over because the outcome was more or less known for everyone, and we eventually saw CSK winning by 45 runs. That shows the skill level of MS Dhoni to maneuver around the bowlers, the fielding. MS Dhoni and spinners are a different kind of love story. Give him 2 good spinners and he'll give you result. Every time we have seen that in international matches as well, be it with the younger spinners like Kuldeep Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal. He is also very good in rotating the bowlers, giving a bowler another spell. Like for example, he gave Sam Curran 1 more over. At that point, he had already bowled 2 overs. Ball was not swinging, and I thought we won't be seeing Sam Curran again. But to everybody's surprise, he came in and also took 1 more wicket of Sanju Samson. He is a good batsman, although a little bit inconsistent, but you still need to take his wicket before he settles down, and that's what Sam Curran provided for CSK. And I would say the credit goes to bowler as well as the captain for keeping him in the attack. That's it, guys. That's my analysis for the yesterday's match. Today is a mouth-watering contest between Mumbai and Delhi. Delhi has now completed their Mumbai League, and they are now heading to Chennai. So they'll be playing Mumbai in Chennai. It will be interesting how Delhi copes up with that kind of pitch, having played in Mumbai. And Mumbai Indians are now used to that Chennai wicket, so they know how the pitch is gonna behave. It will be interesting how Rishabh Pant and his team copes up with that challenge, Chennai pitch challenge. And you know, guys, I'll be here again covering that match, bringing you the review of the previous match. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell as well. And until next time, this is Himanshu signing off.